Mom's voice still echoes in my head. That laugh, that cruel, casual, "Oh, sweetie, we're in Lake Sebago already. Why didn't you come yesterday?" It was the kind of laugh that ends something inside you. I remember standing in the airport terminal, suitcase at my side, boarding pass in my hand, printed with the date they had given me. I'd woken early, packed the snacks Dad liked, even brought the crossword book Mom always forgot. I was supposed to meet them at the gate. Family trip to Maine, our first in years. Instead, I stood there listening to her laughter turn into static, then nothing. I didn't yell, I didn't cry, I just hung up, walked out of the terminal, and drove home in silence. They'd done it before. Little cruelties dressed up as jokes, forgetful lies, miscommunications, always leaving me out just enough to make me question if it was my fault. This time, it wasn't. I checked the email confirmation. They'd sent me a fake itinerary. The date was off by a day. Their real flight left yesterday morning. Same airline, same flight number, different time. I stared at the screen until my reflection blurred with the glow. Then I smiled. If they could play games, I could learn the rules. People think revenge needs rage. It doesn't. It needs focus. I spent the first night making tea and writing everything down. Every slight, every manipulation, every time they'd laughed at my expense. I mapped it like a crime scene. I wasn't going to shout or confront. I was going to teach them silence, the kind they'd given me for years. Mom loved her reputation more than she loved truth. PTA chair, charity host, pillar of the community. Dad was quieter, but his job at the firm depended on her image, the perfect family man. A single crack in that facade and both would crumble. So I started with the smallest crack. Mom kept all her donations and correspondence on a shared drive, password protected, but her birthday wasn't hard to guess. Inside, I found everything. The anonymous donation receipts, the sponsorships she rerouted to her personal account, the emails she'd sent under false names to praise herself online. It wasn't just lies, it was theft. I copied everything, filed it neatly, time-stamped it all. Then I waited. They came home a week later, tanned, laughing, smelling like lake water and sunscreen. Mom waved from the car, that same false brightness. "Sweetie, we missed you. You should have come yesterday." I smiled. Yeah, I should have. They thought it was over, that I'd moved on. The following Monday, I mailed a package, unmarked, to the head of the local charity board. Another to the accounting department of Dad's firm. Inside, copies of the files. No signature, no explanation. Just evidence. I waited. It took 4 days for the first call to come in. Mom's voice trembled now, stripped of its sugar. Did you send something?" I said nothing. Let the silence sit heavy. She hung up first this time. By the end of the week, Dad's office was reviewing his professional associations. Mom was taking a step back from her charity work. They told neighbors it was stress, a misunderstanding. But word spreads fast in small towns, faster than truth. I didn't need to lift a finger. Their own lies did the work. When they came home that night, the house felt different, quiet, uneasy. Mom sat at the table, hands clenched around a glass of wine. "Why would you do this?" she whispered. "We're family." I looked at her, really looked. At the woman who used to braid my hair before school, who'd mock my tears later if I didn't get picked for teams. At the man who always watched, never intervened. "You lied about the flight," I said softly. "I just told the truth." She started to cry then, not because she was sorry, because she was caught. Dad didn't speak. He just stared, his jaw tight, like he finally saw me. People assume revenge feels like fire. It doesn't. It feels like air, cold, clean, necessary. I didn't need to shout, didn't need them to understand. I just needed balance restored. They'd always believed I was weak, too quiet, too forgiving. They mistook my silence for surrender. But silence was how I learned patience. Patience was how I learned control. Weeks later, I got an email from the charity board. "Thank you for bringing these matters to our attention. We're grateful for your honesty." I didn't reply. Mom doesn't laugh much anymore. Dad walks slower, more careful, like every step could expose something else. Sometimes I pass their room at night and hear them arguing in whispers, accusing, pleading, unraveling. It's almost peaceful. They taught me lies could shape reality. I taught them truth could destroy it. When people ask why I didn't go to Maine, I just smile. "Oh," I say, "something came up." And every time I hear her voice again, that laugh fading further away. By the time they landed back home, I wasn't their daughter anymore. I